Can we trust God? Okay, seems like an innocuous question, right? Well, that's the one that popped into my head this morning while I was, well, I'll give you the backstory. Okay, if you've been following me, you know that I'm going through the divorce process right now. It's something I never anticipated going through at 57 years old. So there's a lot of decisions I need to make right now. Where am I going to live? How am I going to do my livelihood? Yada, yada. I've got a wonderful job right now. Really enjoy it. I have a fantastic coworker. She is also a coach. So we have fun, bantering back and forth and coaching one another. And another position opened up at another company that looks really good. I mean, the money is really good, and but it's full time. And if I'm working full time, I'm not going to be able to coach. I'm not going to be able to do the writing or do my Zumba, which is really important to me. Oh, I'm sure I could, but come on, people. I feel like my life is a full-time job, just managing my life right now. So I just roll with it, okay? So anyway, I was pondering this. I got up this morning. I wrote out my lists of pros and cons of, okay, here's what I'm going to gain. Here's what I'm going to lose. Here's blah, 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 blah. You're probably familiar. And I folded up my notebook and I was like, God, what does my heart want to do? Well, the other day I talked about this liminal space between being heart-led versus heart-led versus head-led, and being responsible versus the follow your bliss, which I think that's been overused and can be kind of a dangerous thing to get into. But so is the responsibility, because we get so freaking responsible that we just shut our lives down. So here I find myself at this crossroads of, God, do I take this position or do I? Well, here's what happened last night. Totally out of the blue. I get 2 inquiries. I had signed up to be a mentor on a Facebook forum, and God, I don't even remember doing it. It was months ago. Well, out of the blue, I get 2 emails from 2 different women, both going through divorces. These are older women. One is in her 70s, the other is in her 60s. Reaching out to me, the one saying, I need a life coach. And I was like, whoa, well, that's interesting. In addition to some other things that I've had fall into place as far as coaching. So I've been going, isn't that interesting? And while I was in the kitchen this morning cooking, I'm just like, God, what is my blockage here? So the question I found myself asking was, can I trust God? Can I trust God to provide for me as I embark on my new life? Can I trust him? And this thought intruded, boom, right away into my head. Right after that, it's like, you know what? That's not the question. The question is, can I trust myself? And that kind of blew my mind, because, we are trained in school. We are especially good in religious circles to always put the locus of control on somebody else, on something else, on the system. In the church world, it's on God. And this way, if God doesn't, and I'm using air quotes because it's however you imagine or do not imagine a greater force. I do believe there's a greater force that holds us together. So when we do that, so even trusting in God, it's still this, so if he doesn't pan out, if he, she, flying spaghetti monster, again, I don't care about your semantics, then we don't have to step up and take responsibility. If it's, maybe you didn't have the right degree, maybe you didn't marry the right person, maybe you didn't this, maybe you didn't that, the control is always outside of yourself. So we stay perpetual victims, and we don't step into our lives. And I would like to say that I've got this figured out, but here I'm finding it staring me right in the face. Do I trust myself? Can I trust myself? One gets spiritual here. If Christ in me is in me, the hope of glory, then Christ is in me. God is in me. I don't care what, religious tenets you follow. The bedrock for most of them are that there's a spark of the divine within you, but yet we still doubt, we still worry. Hey, I get it. I am there right now myself. But I just wanted to share with you, if you are questioning your ability, and it's funny because as a coach, I'm able to look at somebody else. I am able to go, oh my God, look at the possibilities and cheer them on. But when the tables are turned on me, then the self-doubt starts to creep in. And if you are struggling with this right now, if you're struggling with some sort of a decision, if you're struggling with fear, I encourage you to just, the first thing is to just notice. I'm so glad that I noticed what was going on in my brain, and then to have that question over, is it really about trusting God, or is it really about trusting me? And I would say the same thing to you. Do you trust yourself? Step back into your power. We have been so domesticated that our sense, that homing pigeon inside all of us, that beacon for truth that's inside all of us, has been diminished and dulled and stuck under a bushel. So as I walk through my journey, I encourage you, step into your power. Ask yourself, can you trust yourself? And I think we're going to find a lot of power when we learn that, yes, indeed, we can trust ourselves. Now I suppose it's time to go read a Self-Reliance by Walt Whitman, was it? So anyway, make it a great day, my friends. I will see you on the flip side.